Let's talk through the most common causes of leg swelling, better known as edema, which can lead to tight, swollen, painful and heavy ankles and legs, sometimes even fluid leaking through the skin, which can be super uncomfortable and really worrying. I'm Angela. I'm here. Welcome back to the Neuro YouTube channel. I'm here to talk to you all about leg swelling today. So let's get into it. So one of the first causes I want to talk about is sodium retention. So fluid and water follows salt. So if you've got an excess of salt in the blood, what can happen is we have an increase in fluid. And that fluid can then become trapped in the lower legs and lead to that leg swelling. Now, usually the kidneys and the heart are really good at balancing everything out. But if we've got an excess going in through an increase in takeaways, processed foods, if you're adding a lot of salt to your food, we can get that increase in water and that balance gets harder and harder for the body to maintain. So that can lead to that leg swelling. That moves me on to kidney issues as our second cause. The kidneys are super smart and will really help to balance out your fluid levels and salt levels in the body. But if there's any damage to the kidneys through trauma, injury, medications, or other causes over years, then it can lead to the kidneys not being able to balance the water and the salt as good as it should. And that can lead to an increase in fluid that gets trapped in the lower body. The next possible cause is liver problems. So the liver is also really clever at detoxifying our bodies and removing waste products from the blood. So if we've got any liver issues, that can mean that the livers aren't sufficient at removing those wastes and leading to a buildup of fluid as well. Next is diabetes. Now, when we get an increase in blood sugar levels, we can also get an increase in fluid volume. And that means that the blood can get trapped also down in the lower body. And high blood glucose levels can also cause damage to the arteries and veins in our bodies. And as that damage occurs, those arteries and veins can become less efficient at pumping blood up and away. The next one is any structural issues. So things like trauma, injury. Have you twisted your ankle and there's an excess of fluid volume, which is a really normal response from the body to cope with that trauma. We've also got varicose veins and things that are structurally wrong with those veins to make them less efficient at pushing that blood back up again. Now, the next one is high blood pressure. Now, as that blood pressure goes up, that heart has to work harder to pump the blood around the body. And that can mean that that heart becomes less efficient at pumping the blood and that fluid can get trapped down in the lower legs. The next one is heart failure, which in the long term, after years and years of high blood pressure or after a heart attack or after a certain event, a sudden cardiac arrest, you can have what's called heart failure. Now, heart failure is a very serious heart condition where that pump of the heart that squeezes that blood up and around the body becomes less efficient. So the heart manages really well in terms of keeping the organs going, the brain going, and just doesn't prioritize those legs as much. So it becomes less efficient at pushing that blood as well as it should around the body. You can get those puffy, swollen ankles. Sometimes you can have an indent if you push in with your thumb and it takes a long time for that indent to return to normal. Another cause is pregnancy. Now, in pregnancy, what happens is we have an increase in fluid volume and blood volume, which is really good and healthy and normal in pregnancy. Now, so when you're on your feet all day and that gravity is pulling that extra blood down into the ankles, it's quite normal to see some swollen ankles. However, it's always good to get yourself checked out to check your blood pressure, which can sometimes also go up in pregnancy. So we want to keep an eye on that. For all of those ones that I mentioned, it's really key to have some simple blood tests and a physical examination by your doctor to rule out what could be going on, and they can order more tests if they think it's needed. So in terms of support, I want to go through lots of treatment options and some easy things that you can do at home in my next video. If you're looking for a really supportive community, Neuro has an amazing Facebook community. It brings together health experts like myself and Dr. Anthony. We talk to people all the time in there. It goes through supportive comments from the other members of the community who really understand because they're going through similar things to you. So I'm going to pop a comment below. So please join the Facebook group. I'd love to see you over there, and you can tag me and ask me questions there. I also love questions because it means we can be more specific what could be going on and point you in the right direction with the questions to ask your doctor. So pop any comments you have below so I can get back to you as soon as I can. And lastly, we have an amazing app that we've developed. So simply search for the Neuro app, download it, and it has amazing exercise routines, tips and tricks on pain and swelling, and also access to our experts as well. We also have some fantastic products, so I will pop a link there that you can check out as well. But think in my next video, I'm going to go through some possible treatments, which includes some gentle massage, which I'd love to show you our product for. I'm Angela. I absolutely love to help people live a longer, healthier, happier, and more active life and with less pain. So I'll see you in my next video. Don't forget to like and subscribe so you can get notified next time when we have our next video up. And I'll see you there. Bye.